Good morning, everyone. So, I'll be presenting on what are the key challenges of rural Bangladesh. And I'll be going to what is Gramin Shakti has done for rural Bangladesh and what are the challenges. And finally, I'll come to the IP aspects of the innovation as well. So, if you look at the current situation of Bangladesh, there are three main challenges that the Bangladesh is facing. Mainly, the rural part is also facing it. First is poverty and inequality. So, if you see, it is ranked about 146 out of 187 in 2011, and it is considered as one of bottom of the period countries also. An interesting Harvard Business Review by Paul Elric, he says he gives a relation between environmental burden, population, consumption, as well as technology. So this will be a clear example of how to define them. So if you see the social development and climatic changes and geopolitical challenges as well. The social development and poverty, if you take, if you take a place in rural Bangladesh, the population is dramatically increasing. That's a main challenge for Bangladesh. So if the population increases, the consumption level also increases. So what Paul Ehrlich has said it, if you want the population to decrease, the standard of living must be increased. So to do that, the technology must fold about 20 or 30 times the technology that they have existing now. So that's what Paul Ehrlich has said. So coming to social development, most of the people or the women in the children or the people who are working there are normalized labor only. The children are also very malnourished, and they do not have proper resources for education as well, the minimum basic facilities. And coming to the clinical and geopolitical challenges, you see, Bangladesh is a very low-lying area. So whenever you have over flooding or very heavy rains, the whole low-lying area is submerged. So that's a very challenge for any technical issues or any investment from the private sector as well. So what Gramin Shakti has done is it has taken three objectives. First is to provide electricity for a household of 70% of the population of Bangladesh who haven't seen the electricity in their lives at all. The second is in a resource constrained environment like Bangladesh, you have to find a technology which is not costly at all and which is affordable and which must be applicable for their everyday day to life. And third one is you have to maximum utilize the resource they have. So they have you can use biogas, solar energy, and some technological developments to implement so that the effect on environmental is minimum at all. So how do they do that? So the first thing they came up with solar housing systems and improved cooling towers. The solar housing systems, if you see, it's a promising technology and improved cooling towers. So as I've told, the women they take this improved cooking stoves. It takes a lot of fuel and fossil fuel to make their day-to-day lives also. And for cooking and everything, it's a very challenge for them, and it takes a lot of fuel for them. So they come up with a biogas plant also to generate electricity to fertilizer and slurry. The factors challenging the deployment of idea. First is they don't have natural resources and fossils, and the second challenge, adding to that, the private sector is not at all interested in coming to Bangladesh and investing money on them because the people are not able to pay back the money also. So second thing, if you see the lack of financial capital, unlike India, it doesn't have any one state in the country to get huge chunk of money from one particular state. So that's the second challenge. And thirdly, every year they have floods. It's a every year it happens, so it erodes a lot of the soil. When this flood happens, there are small islands created in that area, which are called chars. So there are 90% fertility. Those chars are 90% fertility than the normal areas. So people will actually fight for those new islands that are developed during the erode season and the rainy season. So, how do they develop this business model? You see, the solar energy is a very, you see, a luxurious thing in today's life, and it is very costly also. The average income of rural population is only $380, but the cost is about $370 for just the solar energy generation. So, how do they overcome it? The core business GS Institute is deliver microcredit mechanism. So what they did is instead of financing the total the innovation, they put a micro credit system which they could pay on monthly basis. So that's what they have done. So first they have taken the packages. So for one package, they've included the number of consumer units that have used as well as the power that have generated. So they have taken that as one package, and then similar schemes were applied to the biogas and improved cooking stoves as well. So to improvise this process, nowadays what they are doing is they also introduce a mobile payment application. That is government bank is doing that. So, what are the drivers for innovation? First thing is the social need is to provide affordable solutions, leveraging external producers to reduce product cost. As I've told, the main objective is to reduce the product cost that they've achieved by using the microfinancing system. The second thing is furnish an extremely and quick, cheap after sales service. If you say Gramin Shakti is a part of Gramin Bank, so Gramin Shakti exclusive doesn't have a sales service for these all innovations that they invented. So, but the Gramin Bank it is deployed throughout Bangladesh and is well known in India. So it can use the resources of Gramin Bank to provide the sales service. See, 90% of the managers in Gramin Bank will help the in providing the cheap sales service of the innovation that have come in. Leveraging a public system for incentives of rural electrification. So in the long term, there might be some families, there might be some people who are not able to finance or who are not able to pay monthly installments also. So for that, they will be needing some people to take care of that. So some companies has come up, infrastructure development companies have come up with an idea of providing the loans on every monthly basis also. So importance of IP for the innovation. If you see, uh, there is a novelty in this idea. So technology as well as the financial aspect. So technology and the financial aspect, if you take two as a different aspects of it. So Gramin Shakti has done a brilliant thing in integrating those two and providing it a sustainable solution for rural Bangladesh also. So definitely the IP innovation and protection is required for it. Yeah, if you see the IP, it's not protecting the innovation because the companies actually coming with a lot of challenges that are in rural Bangladesh has enough, and it's trying to address it. And there are a lot of modifications that are done in it. As I've told, the charts that are created during the erode season or the rainy season, it is very difficult to get the customers also, and the customers they get are very hard to reach. Yes, there is a novelty in this idea in integrating all those technology as well as the finance microcredit system and non-obviousness. Yes, it is there because there is an inventive step in this. It is producing clean technology as well as sustainable energy for the people of rural Bangladesh. Utility, yes, it is Bangladesh is one of the bottom of the period countries. But in the world, we have lot of countries that are bottom of the period which can use this development. See, is IZIP protect as enabler or roadblock? IP is definitely an enabler for this innovation. Even though IP is not protected in this, it is considered as an enabler because IP production will help Bangladesh people to improve their standard of living as if given the previous example of Paul Eldridge between population, consumption, technology. Technology will be increasing here as well as the consumption also will be decreasing and the standard of living also will be increasing. So that's of IP is as an enabler in this innovation. That's it.